Hi, so this is my assignment 2 for production design, and I'll be showing you the process of how I made my prop, which is a photo album. So firstly, I started with experimenting with tie-dyeing. I actually really liked the process and I thought it turned out really cool, but I didn't think it really fit the vibe or the aesthetic of the actual photo album. So overall, I don't think it really was worth the money because it would cost £5 to tie-dye it and £2.50 for the t-shirt. But overall, that's not too expensive. That's too much. That's not too much of a expendable waste of money. And then I started with the actual process. So I used paint primer to prime the surface of the folder as it was quite shiny, so it needed a primer, and also I wanted the paint to stick on very well. Otherwise, the paint would just be absorbed straight into the folder. So I'd primed that, and I already had the materials for that. So that was again I saved money on the budget overall again. And then I had to buy some sponges to dab the paint all over the folder, which created this blended, but also you can tell it's done by sponges, but marbly blended effect, which I really liked, and that's something I planned to do. So I used green and pink, as I thought the pink would be really bright, vibrant, and bold against a green atmosphere in the forest, where as the pink shows her personality, and it's very bold against the green and the shrubbery and the vegetation of a forest and woodlands. And it also fits the color palette that I chose, which was 2010s. So this was quite easy to do. Then I also drew the images for the Polaroids on Procreate on my iPad, which was then again quite easy, although the images was quite time consuming because I spent a lot of time doing detail on the. But then when I was changing the image into different seasons and different weathers, that didn't take so long, as I could just put one layer on and it was a lot quicker to do. So I think it might have been more time effective if I actually went to a woodlands and took pictures. However, instead of drawing it, I wouldn't have got all the seasons, which would have been an issue, so I'd have to keep going back, which may prolong production. As I did spend a lot of time drawing, but then again, it did save me having to go in different seasons and obviously waiting around for it. The materials themselves are quite easy to acquire, as sponges and folders and paints is just something you can get in any craft store. And it's very easy to use. It's not too complicated, like heavy machinery or anything. And overall, I spent £10 on materials, but take £5 away from the tie-dye. So overall, I spent around £5 on the photo album itself, which is quite cheap for a prop, which is going to be a main prop for a script. Overall, it was cost effective. It could have been a bit more effective with time management again, as I spent a lot of block time of doing research when I could have spread it out better. But that's something I'll take into consideration next time. Overall, the photo album looks really nice on camera. I think in the test shoot it's positioned well, though it could be done. I could have showed it a bit more like the cover, but you would have seen more of that in a full scene. I also really like the Polaroids. I think they're quite easy to see what they are, and they're good size, and they show well on camera, as you can tell what they are. But I think next time I should have printed them on card, as they would look a better quality. Because I think you can tell it does look like paper stuck on card. It's positioned well and framed well, as in it's in the top right hand corner when the over the shoulder shot, so you can see the Polaroids quite well. And I do think the prop is something a 9-year-old would have and do, especially with the stickers and the 2 images on each side. She hasn't really thought much about it, and I think it represents her personality really well. Overall, I'm very pleased with the way it looks. I think it's a good design, and I'm very happy with how it turned out.